Hello and welcome. You're with IndiaPostLive.com, India's first live conversation web television. On this portal, you can also join the conversation through your audio and video comments. You can just click and be a part of the conversation. You can also send us your tweets as we talk at #IndiaPostLive and @IndiaPostLive. Well, the conversation we are having today is about the language controversy. The government faced severe flack across party lines after its May 27th order, in which the order was to give prominence to Hindi in all communication in social media. Finally, the government had to issue a clarification to say that the order was essentially for the 8 Hindi-speaking states and central government employees. Take a look.
For all the bravado, Narendra Modi's government had to go back on its decision to give primacy to Hindi language in all government correspondence. Political parties in Tamil Nadu were the first to criticize this move. Chief Minister Jayalalitha even dashed off a letter to Modi on the issue. To make matters worse, Naveen Patnaik-led BJD went to the extent of banning legislators from speaking in Hindi on the floor of the State Assembly. Social media too targeted the government for being too aggressive on the use of Hindi and how it can threaten to rip apart the fabric of the country. Modi finally relented, and a statement was put out that the government respects all languages and the emphasis on Hindi was only for Hindi-speaking states. India has 22 national languages and almost half of our 1.2 billion strong population don't speak Hindi. Perhaps the government does need some history lessons.
Well, so the question we are asking in this conversation is, shouldn't language only be a vehicle of communication rather than an imposition? All right, so joining me in the studio, I have with me Atul Kothari ji. Atul ji is a secretary, Shiksha Bachao Andolan, and Ijaz Ilmi, a BJP leader. I also have online Dhanya Rajendran. Dhanya is the managing editor of News Minute. I would like to welcome all of you to the conversation. Thank you so much. Atul ji, सबसे पहले I would like to ask you, जो सवाल हम उठा रहे हैं कि language it's only a vehicle, right, of communication. तो हिंदी को prominence देने की क्यों बात की जा रही थी?
नहीं, हिंदी को प्रोमिनेंस देने की बात नहीं की गई है. जो संवैधानिक व्यवस्था है देश की भाषा की दृष्टि से, जो उसके अनुसार ही सरकार ने ये बात की है. जो राजभाषा विभाग है उन्होंने यही कहा है कि हिंदी और अंग्रेजी दोनों भाषा में काम होना चाहिए सोशल मीडिया पर. तो उसमें कोई गलत बात नहीं कि ये राजभाषा कानून जो देश का है उसमें यही है कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का कोई भी संस्थान हो वो दोनों भाषा में काम करे. आपको मालूम होगा कि देश की संसद में जब एक बिल इंग्लिश में प्रस्तुत किया गया और हिंदी में अवेलेबल नहीं था तो मुलायम सिंह ने उसका विरोध किया और 8 दिन तक बिल वो प्रस्तुत नहीं हो सका. जब हिंदी में बना तभी वो प्रस्तुत हो सका. तो ये देश का कानून है भाषा का, इसमें कोई हिंदी को प्रोमिनेंस देने की बात नहीं कही गई है.
लेकिन वो तो एक क्लैरिफिकेशन था ना इजाज, दैट वाज अ क्लैरिफिकेशन दैट द गवर्नमेंट had to kind of issue later after this entire controversy happened and Jayalalitha shot a letter to the Prime Minister.
Well, it's a very famous saying that post ipsi facto, after the deed was done.
Yeah.
What really happened was, if you take a selective, out of context, the entire order of the official language department, which came out on 10th of March in the previous regime, was not really seen in its entirety. It clearly stated that the Hindi-speaking states of category A, which are 8 primary Hindi-speaking states, they should communicate as they've been doing earlier in Hindi in all communications in the government. In addition to that, on the social media platform, Hindi should be promoted along with English in the Hindi-speaking states. So there was no storm, but the storm in a teacup had to be created. If you do selective reading of government orders, you can pick and choose certain words and create a controversy. So I'm glad the clarification came and this issue is finally laid to rest.
All right, Dhanya, let me bring you in here. Do you think there was a storm in the teacup with this whole issue? Do you think that the order was misread, misunderstood? What are your thoughts on that, Dhanya?
But I think the order was quite clear, but it was definitely a retraction made by the government later, considering that there were allies, there were opposition, everyone raked up the issue, and there was a lot of criticism which the government got, even in the media. In fact, one of the allies of the NDA government, MDMK's Vaiko from Tamil Nadu, made a pertinent point. He asked, why wake up a sleeping tiger? Language is an issue which has divided us very deeply. There have been language riots, there have been clashes, especially in states like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. So he asked, why awaken that sleeping tiger again? And that's what perhaps the government would have done if they had persisted with that order. And the second issue is really social media and personal space. Many of the government employees who are on social media spaces are there also on their personal capacities. They're just not tweeting or they're just not Facebooking about only their official portfolios or official stuff. So does any government in India or anywhere else, do they really have the right to tell people who work for them how they should behave on social media spaces? Then we should have a proper legislation which says, look, if you have a social media account, which is the government account, then you do write in this particular language. But otherwise, what gives the right to any government to really interfere in somebody's personal space, even if it's on social media?
Right. Okay.
You know, there's
Surely.
a little fine line out here. What Dhanya was talking about, you can your personal tweets, your personal Facebook, YouTube, what you upload on the social media is one aspect. But Dhanya, as the MD of News Minute, and that is an official platform that she has, and if a Government of India employee in his official capacity is tweeting about policy or stating what changes are taking place or what meetings minutes have or what has come about which should come in the public domain, so that official communication is what was listed out and recommended in the social media directive that was given. It was not on personal Facebook accounts. There was no impinging on personal space as far as that order was concerned.
नहीं, दूसरा ये बात जो की जा रही है.
Many of the government employees are there on, like for example, I can tell you so many collectors who are there on social media spaces, deputy collectors. They do tweet stuff which are not about the government, which are not related to government policies. There are some very rare people who are even critical of the government policies. So what happens to those people? Are they going to get monitored? Is this also the way of the government to tell these people that, look, we are monitoring you on the social media also?
नहीं, ये जो दो बात धार्या ने कही कि ये भाषा के नाम पर डिवाइड करने की बात चल रही है. ये डिवाइड करने की बात कौन कर रहे हैं? सिर्फ पॉलिटिशियन. आम पब्लिक से कोई नहीं डिवाइड कर रहा है. वही करुणानिधि ने लास्ट इलेक्शन में, पार्लियामेंट के इलेक्शन में, चेन्नई में और तमिलनाडु में हिंदी बहुल विस्तारों में हिंदी में पोस्टर लगाए थे. और जो कानून के हिसाब से, संविधान के हिसाब से, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनली जो मान्यता है हिंदी को, उसके अनुसार सोशल मीडिया पर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के लेवल पर हिंदी और इंग्लिश दो भाषा में काम करना, उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? जो
हम सिर्फ ये कह रहे हैं कि
नहीं, मदर टंग, यस, जो स्टेट लेवल पर है वो मदर टंग में ही काम होना चाहिए. हर स्टेट की जो लैंग्वेज है वहाँ उस स्टेट की भाषा में, लैंग्वेज में काम होना चाहिए.
होता है.
हाँ, होना ही चाहिए.
It is happening also.
और नेशनल लेवल पर जैसे आईआईटी की एग्ज़ाम दो लैंग्वेज में होती है, हिंदी और इंग्लिश में. इसी प्रकार आईएएस आईपीएस की जो एंट्रेंस टेस्ट होती है, प्रीलिम एग्ज़ाम होती है, वो भी हिंदी इंग्लिश दो लैंग्वेज में होती है. तो सेंट्रल लेवल पर ये प्रैक्टिस नॉर्मली है, उसमें कोई नई बात नहीं की.
the only point that the clarification came later, लेकिन जो ऑर्डर था, वो ऑर्डर का जो स्पिरिट था, didn't it go against the constitutional spirit of linguistic equality?
There's a chronological order to every situation and controversy. There was an order of 10th of March, then this reiteration that came was on the 27th of March.
अभी ये देखिए कि 10th मार्च को ऑर्डर निकला, तब तो गवर्नमेंट कांग्रेस की थी, यूपीए सरकार थी और चिदम्बरम मिनिस्टर थे. वो चिदम्बरम अभी कह रहे हैं कि बहुत सोच समझ कर ये काम करना चाहिए. जो उन्होंने किया है, उनकी गवर्नमेंट ने, ये पॉलिटिक्स है.
Okay, so Dhanya,
So I'm glad for the clarification. Secondly, the reiteration came on the 27th of May.
May, yes.
And the new Home Minister, Mr. Rajnath Singh, took over the Home Ministry on the 29th of May. So to blame the Home Minister or the BJP government for a reiteration of a routine official language department order and to attribute and impute motives against the government is, I think, it's specious and fallacious.
do you agree, Dhanya? Do you think it's only a political...
Whether it's UPA or NDA, see, sometimes journalists don't get the story. Sometimes I'm sure that whoever broke the story in June never got the story in March. They would have done perhaps the same thing if they got the same order in March. So I think this story should go beyond NDA or UPA. Whichever government brought this order, it can only divide people. Now, I have a small point to make about the speaker saying that it was only political parties who were fighting. It was not just political parties. The day the order came, you should look at the debates.
नाउ
which were there
फाइटिंग
in
इज
Suez.
ओनली पॉलिटिकल.
People fighting against each other.
कोई
Then
कोई
the
सोशल
more
लीडर कोई नहीं बोला है इस पर. सोशल लीडर
against
एनी
some
सोशल लीडर ने
speakers
कमेंट
and
नहीं किया है
Malayalam
कोई.
speakers. Why have those divides again?
डिवाइड आप कर रहे हैं, वो नहीं कर रहे.
Daniel, let me clarify to you one thing. Let me clarify to you one thing. This order is for the category A states, which are primarily Hindi-speaking dominant states of the language of Hindi. Promoting of Hindi in the Hindi-speaking states is no crime. In fact, it's a good thing. But that, I mean, and to attribute this as imposition is being economical with the truth, because it's not linked to other states in category B and category C. So it does not affect the states where Hindi is not the primary language.
The fact remains that 50% of the country does not speak in Hindi, does not
I
think
agree
in
with you.
Hindi.
ये भी
Right,
Yes.
and also there is a lot of there is an issue that English is a language that was brought in by the colonial power, and English should not be promoted, English should not be spoken. So the issue is actually going to that level.
50% कंट्री हिंदी स्पीकिंग नहीं है, ये हम जब कहते हैं तो इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग कितना परसेंटेज है भारत में?
That's not the point. The point is that
क्यों point
language is only a vehicle of communication. Language को आप किसी पे impose नहीं कर सकते.
वही इंग्लिश क्यों इम्पोज की जा रही है?
English impose की जा रही
की
है.
जा रही है ना. आज आपको मेडिकल की एजुकेशन अपनी भाषा में लेनी है तो आपको स्कोप नहीं है. आप इंजीनियरिंग मैनेजमेंट की एजुकेशन आपको अपनी लैंग्वेज में लेनी है तो आपको स्कोप नहीं है. इम्पोज तो वो की जा रही है. आप इंटरव्यू में जाते हैं तो आप हिंदी में या तेलुगु में या गुजराती में बात करना चाहते हैं तो आपको स्कोप नहीं है. आप कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में
ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज एक्ट ऑफ 1960
कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में आपको स्कोप नहीं है. आपको हायर एजुकेशन लेवल पर स्कोप नहीं है. आपको हाई कोर्ट सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आपको अपनी लैंग्वेज में बोलने का स्कोप नहीं है. ये इम्पोज किया जा रहा है इंग्लिश. और क्या हो रहा है?
No, but the Official Languages Act of 1963, if you go by the spirit
ऑफिशियल
of-
लैंग्वेज एक्ट के अनुसार ही मैं कह रहा हूँ कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन, किसी भी संस्थान, किसी भी वेबसाइट ये 2 लैंग्वेज में ही होना चाहिए. ये ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज का रूल्स है. ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनली मैं बात कर रहा हूँ. नहीं हो रहा है.
तो अगर कोई नॉर्थ ईस्ट का कोई स्टूडेंट अगर कहीं और पढ़ने जाए मेडिकल,
करेक्ट,
तो लैंग्वेज में प्रॉब्लम्स होगी. सी द होल पॉइंट दैट धन्या वाज रेजिंग.
बेसिक जो
When there are 22 languages in
Official language.
No.
official languages,
And thousands of
thousands of dialects.
absolutely.
इसलिए
Yes.
हम इंग्लिश का अपोज नहीं करते हैं. इंग्लिश में हो, लेकिन नॉर्थ ईस्ट का बच्चा वहाँ नॉर्थ ईस्ट में रहकर स्टडी करना चाहते हैं और वहीं प्रैक्टिस करना चाहते हैं तो व्हाई नॉट उसको आसानी में क्यों चांस नहीं मिलना चाहिए?
नहीं, अगर वो एम्स में आके पढ़ना चाहे तो
वो पढ़ेगा ना. इंग्लिश छूट है, इंग्लिश तो है ही.
exactly. So that means that English is not an imposition.
नहीं, नहीं, अभी imposition है.
You can't.
अभी imposition
Nobody's
है.
talking about negation
अभी
of a
impose है.
language. But the idea is that if you're promoting language, a mother tongue spoken in the 8 category
Yeah,
states.
that was the clarification.
That was the order. Because of the controversy, it needed a clarification. So that's what I
So
said
we are
post
trying to
ipsi facto,
understand.
after the deed was done,
ऐसा है
after
ना
the
कि
controversy was created. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
अभी आपको स्पष्ट कर रहा हूँ, मैं ओरिजिनल गुजरात से हूँ. तो मैं अगर गुजराती में मेडिकल का एजुकेशन लेना चाहता हूँ तो मुझे स्कोप नहीं है. मेरे ऊपर इंग्लिश इम्पोज की जा रही है. Why?
Do you agree that English is a language, Dhanya, that is imposed on all of us?
No, I think it's a very frog in the well mentality. You're talking about a Gujarati learning Gujarati and working in Gujarat. You're not talking about a Gujarati studying in Gujarat and perhaps working in some part, some other part of our country and even abroad. The language is supposed to. You have to think
नहीं, वो
global
मुझे
now.
डिसाइड करने दो ना. मुझे डिसाइड करने दो मुझे कौन सी लैंग्वेज में एजुकेशन लेना है. Why you decide? धान्या क्यों डिसाइड करेगी मुझे किस लैंग्वेज में, मुझे इंग्लिश में मेडिकल की एजुकेशन लेनी चाहिए? Why you decide?
Three language formula. Like there are many states which do promote a 3-language formula.
Yeah.
English, Hindi, and mother tongue.
And the mother
नो
tongue.
नो नो, नॉट हायर एजुकेशन लेवल पर नहीं है. इंजीनियरिंग, मेडिकल, मैनेजमेंट एजुकेशन
लेकिन अगर आप एक सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉय हैं और अगर इफ यू आर फ्रॉम गुजरात, अतुल जी, अगर आप एक सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉय हैं, ओके, सपोज यू आर अ डॉक्टर इन द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एंड यू आर पोस्टेड टू अ गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल इन सम अदर स्टेट.
मैं कह रहा हूँ कि इंग्लिश को नहीं होना चाहिए. हम कहाँ कह रहे हैं?
लेकिन impose आप जो कह रहे हैं कि
impose ये की जा रही है लेकिन
ताकि आप nationally और internationally काम कर सके।
नहीं, काम कर सके, मैं डिसाइड करूंगा कि आप डिसाइड करेंगे? Who decide?
No, the fact is, when you're applying for a central government job and deputation, you have to have working knowledge of Hindi automatically.
Exactly.
So that is the central government scenario.
Absolutely.
State governments, they have
और
their own
nationally why not
languages
Hindi
which have primacy.
in medical college, in engineering college, in management college also?
Well, because I'll tell you why.
So
I'll tell you why. Let me answer this, or try and attempt to answer this question. Is that a lot of scientific progress, which is globally linked in terms of advancement of science and different facets of science, have been done or have come out from the Western world or integrated with the East and West in the English language, which is why it's become the standardized language for teaching in terms of higher education. Yes, I mean, there's no denying that if you want to study your language...
आप डिनाई नहीं करेंगे, मैं तो डिनाई करता हूँ।
The only word is
आप डिनाई करेंगे, मैं तो डिनाई करता हूँ।
No, you have an option. You should have an option.
ऑप्शन चाहिए, मेरा कहना ये है।
You should have an option.
कि जापान में कौन सी लैंग्वेज में लोग मेडिकल एजुकेशन ले रहे हैं, इजराइल में कौन सी लैंग्वेज में ले रहे हैं, जर्मनी में कौन सी लैंग्वेज में, फ्रांस में, चाइना में, रशिया में कौन सी लैंग्वेज में लोग
Now, let me say one thing.
इजराइल में 16 लोगों को नोबेल मिला है, सारे ने हिब्रू भाषा में काम किया है।
No, let me just say one thing, that all the places you talked about medicine, I'm a doctor of medicine myself.
Correct.
Let me just tell you, some of the finest books that are available across the board in in fields of anatomy, physiology, unfortunately or fortunately, they are in the language of English because it has a larger audience. But there's no denying the fact that regional language should be promoted. But the fact is that higher education of science comes in the English language primarily.
No, but if you have to go to Russia to do your medicine and
you have to learn language course.
You have to learn. Yes,
1.5 years you study the language.
You study the language.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
Correct.
But don't you think that it's just, the fact that we also have a history, we also have a culture, and we cannot deny British colonialism
इंग्लिश
that happened.
लैंग्वेज से ओपोज नहीं है, मैं कह
No,
रहा हूँ
I'm saying how can you call it an imposition, sir?
मैं imposition इसलिए कि हमारा कोई भी स्टूडेंट्स
maybe it's practical, maybe it's simple.
no practical, no impractical, it is totally impractical.
Why?
क्योंकि जो बच्चा जिनको महाराष्ट्र में ही एजुकेशन लेकर महाराष्ट्र में ही प्रैक्टिस करनी है, तो आप उन पर क्यों इम्पोज करेंगे कि आप इंग्लिश में ही मेडिकल की पढ़ाई करिए?
No, but studying a specialized subject does not impinge on your mother tongue. You're not taking away anything from the mother tongue. In fact, you're adding knowledge in a language which is standardized globally. So I mean,
देखिए ग्लोबली जापान ग्लोबली नहीं है,
Absolutely,
इजराइल ग्लोबली नहीं है,
I agree with you.
फ्रांस, जर्मनी, रशिया, चाइना ये ग्लोबली नहीं है.
But yes.
हमारा भारत का छात्र रशियन भाषा में जाकर वहाँ पढ़ाई करता है मेडिकल की.
Yes.
तो यहाँ क्यों अपनी भाषा में उनको पढ़ाई करने का मौका न मिले?
But let me tell you, when he comes back to India after having graduated in medicine from Russia, he has a little issue out here because you need to have a bridge course to get back to the levels.
हर कंट्री
That's the reality too.
हर कंट्री में भारत में से आप MBBS MD कर अमेरिका जाएंगे तो आपको 2 years का कोर्स करना पड़ता है.
You have to pass an exam. You have to pass
That's a
an exam.
pre-med. That's a pre-med exam.
You have to pass the exam.
ये सिस्टम हर देश में है, हर अच्छे देश में ये सिस्टम है, उसमें
Okay, Dhanya, you've been quiet for too long.
I feel like I'm back in the 1960s.
60s? Why?
No.
You were not born in the 60s,
Your
Dhanya.
discussion is legally, your discussion is scientifically, you are not a politically.
One second.
Discussion not politically.
Let's hear what Dhanya
Please.
has to say. Why is she...
Look at the issue of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, two states which speak the same languages. Now, entire state reorganization in this country happened on the basis of languages. But Andhra and Telangana have taught us, it's an example that language is not something that divides us anymore. It is aspiration. It is a state's aspiration to become better. That was the whole divide between Telangana and Andhra. So there's no more language there. Then we bring back the language debate again. Why? Now we should be using language to unite us. In fact, we had done a story about how the government's priorities are completely misplaced. 197 languages in India are endangered. 250 dialects have disappeared in the last 50 years. Why is there no inclusive policy by any of the governments in India to save these languages?
ये बात आप ठीक उठा रही हो.
You keep dividing people. The government could have simply said, okay, give prominence to Hindi, but there must be employees of the central government sitting in Tamil Nadu, sitting in Karnataka, sitting in Andhra Pradesh or any other state who do not know Hindi.
वो कहा भी नहीं है, वो गवर्नमेंट सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने कहा नहीं है, तो आप क्यों इसकी बात कर रही हो? Why? सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने A90 जो हिंदी भाषी प्रांत है उसी के लिए कहा है. आप बिना कारणों क्यों
No, that was-
It is category A states, which
Yes,
is why I'm saying
category A state की बात
if
की
you
है।
do selective reading of a government order and you try and put the blame on the
No,
new
but I'm
government,
sure
it's being
I'm
economical with the
sure
truth.
a chief minister of a state or political leaders like Karunanidhi or even the left leaders who raised the issue, I don't think they would have made irresponsible statements like
I'm
you're
not saying
accusing.
that
Yes, totally irresponsible, totally irresponsible.
But I'm not saying
Only
irresponsible.
political statement.
I'm saying it's more
Only
than
political.
it's more than irresponsible. It's being specious. It's being fallacious to do selective reading and to try and inflame passions based on language and linguistic divisions that are inherent in our country. You try and create. It's using a order selectively to
Yes, Dhanya.
create a division.
Yes, Dhanya.
जैसे
I completely agree that Karunanidhi should be the last person on earth to be talking about dividing people and languages because he's made a career out of it.
Yeah.
The Dravidian movement
Okay.
itself.
That's why I
made a
raised that
career
point,
out
yeah.
of saying that no Hindi, like the then chief minister of Tamil Nadu in the 1930s, C. Rajagopalachari, had said that use Hindi like chutney. Either you taste it or you leave it. But the Dravidian movement picked up on that. It was built up on the very fact.
why
that
you
it
compare?
opposed-
Remember 63
Sorry?
63 से क्यों कंपेयर कर रहे हैं?
No,
इस
I'm
issue
saying
को-
that Karunanidhi is the last person to
No, no,
talk
no, no,
about
no.
languages because he's been a career on it. So all
जैसे-
the politicians do have vested interest.
जैसे जयललिता ने कहा, वो अच्छी बात कही कि सभी लैंग्वेज को बढ़ाने की बात करनी चाहिए।
हाँ.
एक्सेप्ट।
Right.
मैं
No, but
स्वीकार करता हूँ
do you
कि
think social media पे
सारी
जो
भारतीय भाषाओं को आगे बढ़ाने की हमने प्लानिंग करनी चाहिए।
अगर आप सोशल मीडिया की बात करें एजाज, यू विल अग्री विथ मी perhaps that on social media mostly people use English as a language.
No, that's not right.
In Twitter.
That's not totally right.
Let me just say this: a lot of people who use other languages, who are fluent in other languages, you may not, your communication of SMSs,
Yeah.
texting, where the origin came
Yeah,
from,
yeah.
is English, largely English.
Yeah.
And there are options in Indian phones for multiple language
Yes,
usage.
yes.
And people are coming out in large numbers. If you see the BJP Maharashtra unit, you see the BJP Orissa unit,
No, I
they're
get-
tweeting in the local language,
Yes.
in Marathi. And
I get a lot of
Oriya.
WhatsApp messages in Marathi, in
Yes.
Bengali,
Yes.
in Tamil. I get a
In
lot
Kannada.
of messages.
नहीं, मैं
My
आपको-
colleagues in
Absolutely.
Karnataka BJP, some of the,
Yes.
I know a spattering of Kannada I can speak, but then I call them up and find out what have you tweeted really.
yeah.
So it's
don't-
picking up, it's building on.
But when language is a medium of communication, when it's a bridge,
No,
where we are
only
talking
not
of language
communication.
being a bridge, we are talking of language
Bridge
being
तो
a
ठीक है.
unifying
Correct,
factor. If you inject people with an anti-English xenophobia,
नहीं,
are we actually
yes,
doing that?
कोई भी
Has the
language
government
inject नहीं
done
करनी
that
चाहिए।
with this order? That is the question we are asking.
देखिए,
I
आपने जो
think-
एक बात कही,
I don't agree
आपने
with
एक
that.
बात कही,
There's no anti-English xenophobia. If you're trying to promote the language, the usage of Hindi in Hindi-speaking states, which are primarily Hindi, I think it's a positive sign. As long as it's not impacting regional languages or creating a xenophobic situation against the use of English, I think the storm has passed over and we have to really move on to better things. Really.
मैं एक बात और कहना चाहता हूँ कि आपने कहा कि सोशल मीडिया यानी कंप्यूटर की लैंग्वेज मोस्ट ऑफ इंग्लिश है। दिस इज नॉट टोटली राइट। जो इंटरनेशनल सर्वे है उसका रिपोर्ट ये है कि 22% इंग्लिश काम हो रहा है, बाकी सारी लैंग्वेज इसमें काम हो रहा
No,
है।
of course.
एक नंबर एक। दूसरा, हमने जो सारा नॉलेज है, ज्ञान है, हमने नॉलेज सोसाइटी बनानी है भारत को।
Yes.
तो ज्ञान है, जो नॉलेज है, वो गांव के लोगों तक पहुंचना चाहिए। तो वहाँ की लैंग्वेज में होगा तभी पहुंचेगा।
Okay, so you are talking of promoting regional
All
languages,
languages, all
right?
languages.
All languages.
Yes, yes. और भारतीय भाषा में
I have a slightly different take. I'm agreeing with him that the languages should reach to the farthest town possible in the language that they understand. But I believe the new aspiring Indian who's at that farthest village is wanting to come out closer to a town and onto a city and to reach out to better access of education, where the language, whether we like it or not, is most scientific knowledge is being taught or imparted in English.
In English.
Because most of the scientific journals, publications, and research has,
Right.
is somehow or the other coming out in English, which is why.
Dhanya, if we talk of what the point that Ijaz raised, that it is a fact that a medical student or somebody going in for a higher education, it makes more sense for that person to study in a language like English, which is more globally accepted perhaps. do you think that this entire controversy that happened, do you think there was some kind of a machination to inject an anti-English xenophobia among the people? Do you think there was an ulterior motive there, which finally the government had to retract?
Of course, in fact, if I remember correctly, one or two of the BJP leaders gave bites on television. They came on social media and said for Hindi and against English. And I also noticed that he said we will promote all languages, and he said Bharatiya languages. So that's again not thinking global. When you talk about an aspiring Indian from a village coming to a town, you're also talking about an aspiring Indian from a village who wants to go beyond India. So what are
Absolutely,
we
yes.
teaching them? Which is why I say let's have the 3-language policy. Let's make that compulsory in all states. Let people choose English, Hindi, or whatever is their mother tongue. It is important that when it comes to higher studies, that education is imparted in a global language, because we are trying to make our students go out and work in environments which will not only be in our country.
ये ग्लोबलाइजेशन का गलत अर्थ निकाला जा रहा है.
Proud of their languages.
रशिया, मैंने 10 नेशनल का नाम दिए, आप इसके बारे में मुझे बताइए ना, रिप्लाई करिए कि जर्मनी, फ्रांस, जापान, रशिया, चीन, इजराइल, ऐसे जो सारे आज आगे बढ़े हुए देश हैं दुनिया में, वो तो सब अपनी लैंग्वेज में ही काम करें, तो ग्लोबली आगे नहीं गए वो क्या?
नहीं, लेकिन इंडिया, you cannot compare this in India. The situation is completely different because we have 22 official languages.
अभी भी अभी जो नॉलेज कमीशन का रिपोर्ट है, 1 minute,
because China,
knowledge
95% of Chinese will speak Mandarin.
Exactly.
95% of Russians will speak.
In India itself, you have 22 official languages. How can you compare
diversity.
India?
There's a divergence out here.
Exactly. India is a very different country, sir.
नहीं, देखिए,
इसीलिए तो देश महान है.
नहीं, महान है, बरोबर है, देश तो महान है, लेकिन आप देखिए कि 200 साल से इंग्लिश इंपोज करने का प्रयास भारत में किया गया, लेकिन नॉलेज कमीशन का रिपोर्ट है, उन्होंने कहा है कि 1% लोग भी सही इंग्लिश भारत में नहीं जानते हैं. तो जिसको ग्लोबली जाना है, और ग्लोबली हम सिर्फ इंग्लिश की बात करते हैं, मुझे फ्रांस जाना है तो मैं फ्रांसीसी भाषा क्यों ना सीखूं? मुझे जर्मन जाना है तो मैं जर्मनी भाषा क्यों ना सीखूं?
If you go, you will be asked to study a language course. If you are studying in a small university in Paris, you will have to do a language course.
You have to study that language.
एक विथ प्लानिंग हमने देश दुनिया में हमारे लोगों को भेजना है, हमने दुनिया का नॉलेज प्राप्त करना है, तो हमने कम से कम जो एक 8-10 लैंग्वेजेस है दुनिया की प्रोमिनेंट लैंग्वेजेस, जिसमें लिटरेचर हर विषयों का सब्जेक्ट का बहुत अच्छा लिटरेचर है. जैसे साइंस का लिटरेचर सबसे अच्छा रशियन भाषा में है, दर्शन का लिटरेचर सबसे अच्छा जर्मनी, फ्रांस में है. तो उन सारी लैंग्वेज के लिए हमने लोग तैयार करने चाहिए. आज ये एक फिनोमिना बना दिया है.
आप एक यूटोपियन शायद बात कर रहे हैं, जो बहुत ही प्रैक्टिकली, आई थिंक. लास्ट कमेंट्स.
Sticking to the topic, this controversy is passé, it's over. I'm glad the clarification came.
Yeah.
In fact, this controversy was manufactured, where the order was very, very clear that it's about promotion of Hindi in the Hindi-speaking states, and that's what's been happening for the last for decades. So there was no changes in policy. It was a reiteration of, and because of social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, official accounts have their own sense of importance and usage in today's world. So the idea was to inculcate a sense in the officers that in your official accounts, kindly use Hindi as well as English in the Hindi-speaking states. So I think the primacy of Hindi in Hindi-speaking states should not be pinching anybody.
All right, Dhanya, final comments from you after that very elaborate clarification that came from Ijaz.
No, if I was a central government employee, I should be given the freedom to say, I like India, my Bharat, what in Hindi, and Enki India Shtana in Malayalam. I should be given the option of doing what I want. And I don't think I would appreciate the government order which tells me to use a language prominently.
Correct.
Prominently. All right. The debate,
government वही कहा है, धन्य ने कहा वही कहा.
The debate continues on IndiaPostLive.com through your audio comments, your video comments, and of course your tweets. #IndiaPostLive @IndiaPostLive. Thank you so much. I think this is, listening to our speakers, I don't think the controversy is going to die down very soon. But well, there are clarifications, and I hope that language continues to be a vehicle to only unite the country, not divide us. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.